Hey everybody, it's time for writing. So yesterday we looked and we thought about some different ideas about what we could write about. So last night when I was at home, I started to make a story about one of those ideas. So my story that I chose was about going to the park one time. Now, I didn't have enough time to finish the whole book, but that was okay. So when I sat down to write my story, I thought about what I wanted inside of it. So I sat down and I thought, what do I want my story to say? And I thought about how I was going to say that we went to we drove to the park and how we had a picnic and we went down the slide and how I swing on the swings and then we went back home. So I knew that I needed some paper because I was going to draw all those things out. So here's kind of where I started. I haven't done my front cover yet because I didn't make it that far, and that's okay. You may not get all the way done with one story in our one time. It's okay to go back. So you'll see I still have some things to add. Like I need to go add color to my car and things like that. But I wanted to get my ideas down so I wouldn't forget what I wanted my story to say. So I went through and I drew some quick pictures to help me remember. This was us going to the park, and there's my picnic, and the slide to help me remember the going down the slide part, and my swings to remind me about going on the swings, and there's my picture of heading back home. So as you can see, I still need to do a lot of work in this book. I have not done all my colors. I haven't tried to write my words on all the pages, any of those things. But I sat down and I thought about my story first. And then I drew it out so I wouldn't forget. So then I'll be ready to go back through and tell my story. But the important thing is I didn't just draw a picture and say, here's a park. Instead, I used different pages to tell a whole story, just like the books we read. So I talked about we went to the park, we had a picnic, I went on the slide, I went back and forth on the swings, then it was time to go home. So really thinking about my story in there, I didn't want to just draw pictures, but I really wanted to tell somebody about what I did. So today what I want you to do is sit down and think about a story you want to tell. And think about what's going to be on every page and see if you can sit down and draw out some of the ideas about how you're going to tell a whole story rather than just draw a picture. But think about how you're going to show the different parts of the story. Take a picture of some of it and send it to your teacher.